What's up, Hoop fans? We're back with another video analysis. In this video, we dissect standout plays from Giorgos Bartzokas' Olympiacos in the recent double game week, highlighting actions and skills echoing their past 2 seasons' excellence. But before we jump into the details, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your fellow basketball enthusiasts. All right, let's get into it. Let's focus on how Bartzokas employs the wedge screen to initiate a pick-and-roll action. In the possession we're analyzing, this setup transitions into a Spain pick-and-roll. Observe how Peters, after receiving a wedge screen from Walkup, positions himself as a back screener and then pops out. This pick-and-roll is being executed against a drop defense with Brown on the rear-view pursuit. It's crucial to note how Fall's intervention with Colson inadvertently creates an opening for Peters, who has been exceptional this season with a 50% shooting accuracy beyond the arc, averaging 4.2 attempts per game.
For his career, having fired up that air ball with the shot clock about to sound, with the ball in his hands. So deep three-pointer from Alec Peters, who shows Josh Nebo how it is done.
Now, let's take a look at some other executions from the wedge series. Pay close attention to the variations in strategy and player movements.
So a chance to tie or take the lead from 8 down, almost picked off by Davidovats. Peters into the paint over the top of the shot blocker, Bolomboy. 7 points for him. Lunzes, Peters, Papanikolaou, the captain, the closer. Yeah, Teodosic got Bologna back into the EuroLeague after a long absence with that performance as their leader. Oh, foul! Says together we fight, together we fly. Defensive stops. Olympiacos, they've got 8 points in 4.5 minutes. Davidovats trying to block, but finishing through the contact.
Next, we delve into the Stagger pitchback entry, a standout play from Bartzokas' playbook. For a detailed analysis of this action, click on the info card popping up at the top right corner of the screen. In this play, observe how after the pitchback, Nedovitz maneuvers under the screen while Bolomboy hedges out. This coverage empties the paint, allowing Papanikolaou to skillfully find Fall with a lob. The result, an effortless basket for Olympiacos' towering 7-footer.
In their home colors here. So it is very much the red and white derby here in Piraeus, and inside.
From the same series, observe Papanikolaou's sharp read of the play. Instead of following the stagger, he aggressively cuts to the basket and receives the ball. This move, a common and effective read, echoes strategies seen in previous seasons.
Chris Jones is loving his time underneath Alex Bombrook.
Now let's turn our attention to some motion set plays by the Reds, a fundamental element of Bartzokas' game. These plays are a symphony of constant movement, close-out attacks, ball reversal, and cuts. This continuous motion makes it challenging for the defense to predict and react, especially while on the move. Watch how these elements blend to keep the defense guessing and create scoring opportunities. Here, we observe a classic Euroball screen flow evolving into a side pick and roll. After the roll, focus on the low tagger, responsible for defending Canaan. Notice how Peters makes a deep cut, effectively clearing the side. This movement places 2 of EuroLeague's top shooters on the weak side. Watch as Papanikolaou executes a skip pass to Canaan, who's perfectly positioned for execution. Canaan also has the option of passing to Peters, poised for a corner 3.
Closing now. 17 assists for Olympiacos. They led the league, averaging 21 a game last season. That number was down this season, but still top 5 in the league. Canaan for 3!
Watch Peters here, coming off Sigma's flare screen to execute a precise shot.
wants to have a chance at winning the big prize. Three-point shot, knocked down for Olympiacos to close the gap to 4.
In this play, even as the defense shuts down the stagger screens, the Reds demonstrate patience in finding a breach. Canaan and Peters excel in attacking the closeouts, unlocking Red Star's defense. Their presence on the court works like magnets, pulling in defenders and creating opportunities.
Hands it off to Walkup. Foul running interference. Canaan, quick first step. Out to Peters. Peters gets the defense flying past him and knocks down the long 2.
Now let's examine some nice pick-and-roll executions. In this instance, Brown forces Walkup to the left, but Olympiacos counters with a clever twist. Walkup snakes the pick-and-roll, while Fall sets a Gortat screen, effectively blocking the defending big man from rotating to stop the drive. This move serves as an effective counter against the drop coverage.
Walkup keeping the basketball in his hands. He slides across the lane and gets it to go.
Watch here how Walkup skillfully skips the pass, punishing the low tag. Canaan receives and shoots, displaying his remarkable accuracy with an impressive 52.1% shooting rate from beyond the arc, averaging 5.3 attempts per game.
Coming off the back of, in his words, his best game of the season a couple of nights ago when he drove the team with extra responsibility with others injured as Canaan knocks down the contested triple this time.
Next, we'll observe 2 executions where the Reds effectively punish the hedge out. After the ball screen, pay attention to how Peters lifts to receive the ball, setting up a high-low play with Fall.
And Olympiacos get away with it. Peters into foul. He'll play long minutes tonight because Milutinov is out. Up fake, down the baseline, back into Foul, who answers back with a big jam of his own.
Notice how masterfully they reverse the ball to the weak side, exploiting the defense's double on Fall.
Again, Foul getting in, this time sandwiched by 2 players mid-air, still recovered the ball. They work it around the perimeter all the way to Peters, who knocks down the huge corner triple.
Now, let's delve into some flex set plays by the Reds. The action begins with a high post entry pass, followed by Walkup setting the flex screen. Despite the initial shutdown by the defense, the Reds keep the ball moving. This persistence culminates in a high-low interaction between Fall and Peters.
4 years of age, Yago had an excellent first season in Europe last season, playing in the Euro Cup and in the German league with Ulm. Won their first ever German championship. Peters off the pretty interior passing. Foul into Peters, who puts it in, and Olympiacos lead from 5 down.
In the following clips, observe how Olympiacos' big men expertly feed their teammates from both the high post and the low post, demonstrating their versatility and vision in facilitating the team's offense.
A high post to bring his team back to within 1. So Foul rotates it to Alec Peters, and Alec Peters stroking it from the wing. Of 6 points without reply posted. 8 points without reply posted by Olympiacos as Thomas Walkup. Back iron and rims out, but a good look at the bucket for Lorenzo Brown, who's now 0 of 3 from downtown. Kostas Papanikolaou picking up the delightful drop-off out of the mid-post. Foul, one-on-one with Nebo. Kicks to the corner. Papanikolaou for 3, and the combination successful once again.